They're trying to get into the carriage. A friend. Are there any more survivors? This, what you can. Thank you. Cold.
No, what?
We
it's
with no what we
cold. I think I said right.
You.
I wasn't expecting you back. Here you are. All done?
Talia.
Recovering, but
Of course. Take good care.
I'll do my. Oh,
The shell. Oh, that's. He must have.
little uns have been up to their old tricks again. Jill looked white as a sheet when we brought her.
Boy soldiers.
Clive, where have you... I've been wanting to... Where did you get him? Like...
My father brought him back from one of his ex... They were crossing a snowfield when they heard...
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight, Clive. I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf. His name...
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe the girl from the Northern Territories, one, awakens as the dominant of...
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his...
What?
Just like people called him my hound, but... Torgal and Jill were inseparable, just when his master needed...
You're...
Quite. His latent birth, it had only...
Oh, get...
And regarding your... Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for... I need you to introduce us.
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. But I promise I'll pay. Just you wait.
Then I look... Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
I think I'll wait. I'll make some wine to take it towards the dungeon.
You don't have the op... I know. Just...
You know...
Come on. The river was easy enough to find. Now for those herbs. Straight home now. This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one. Should be enough to keep the infirmary stocked for a while. Hopefully
I hope you didn't have to.
Oh. You'll...
What? Honey?
Curse it. The day I did...
I remember what little medicine Talia managed to salve. She begged that your operation procedure was even more dangerous back then. Those who were no longer... It wasn't something...
No. He always never even... I knew there'd be pain. And we all want our brats at Rod. I know.
Thank...
Largely. We have myriad sightings of strange... If only we knew...
Well, if anyone can...
What?
Word.
Do you know...
You haven't...
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron?
Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favourite uncle is here!
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Well, we must insist on substantial reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmecs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmecs to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
The little ones have been at... It's just one thing after another around here.
My dear, through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really, as are you, which is why
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith.
I was.
Then I have questions for you.
Gladly. You there?
There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's cot.
2,000?
And I'm afraid...
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kopko withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still...
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movement, come here and I'll show... It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift, and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waludas who... Now I think about it, there was something... The men seemed almost as if they believed.
And you, it may well have gone cold.
Allow me, as luck would have it, I had...
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment.
Very well.
Here for another of my lectures. Allow me to educate you. Very good.
You're not going in there?
Don't worry. I'm not going there. I won't risk any more than I have to.
The Lanza and the Fang are all cooked. You have any...
Who is she?
An old associate we've heard...
Thanks.
So...
Don't look so... Thanks, Gav.
You can count.
All right, Uncle.
We shall. I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Markham well. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands. This one. Go for it. Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
Who do you think those soldiers were in the inn?
So, Lord Cook has finally made his move.
Yes, I expect that's why there's so many soldiers in there. Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Look, there. Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehair. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal?
Would you rather be my squire?
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you!
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Come on, help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two.
Come on.
Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Friend. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
Take him!
Try it.
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Clive?
What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang.
Ah, they've closed the road. It would seem Lord Kupka...
We have to get through. By guile, then.
Rosina... But how will we find her?
And that she was Sid's other... I'll wage.
That would...
And that's exact.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Good day, my lord. Thank you for your custom.
Light it, for Gilbert's sake.
Anything I can... Allow me. My good man, we're seeking to expand our business...
Well, we're best known for our baths.
Thank you. Oh,
No.
well...
$1,000 gil for a measly bunch of Gazal greens.
What do you want?
I won't keep a woman.
Never heard of her.
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town...
Well, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. The owner's only a young...
The Briar's...
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
Yes, a long stand.
Then you should ask Ferd. He's been here for years. Try the baths.
Fang. Well, It sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furder knows.
Hanging lanterns, peek the darkness from your door.
Excuse me.
I am.
I hope so. Do you know Rosina Dal...
And what business?
She was a close friend of mine.
Very well. Go to the bordello.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the stick your nose in our...
Who are you working for?
He wanted us to test...
Though one could hardly...
Lord Furder? Look what the cat drew.
Your skill with the blade is rare. A fitting talent.
You know who I am. So what now? Call it...
That isn't my... Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina.
To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Kneaded to a silken softness.
The most fragrant herbs and...
My carpets!
Is this the
Who was forged? So much...
It was... Sorry.
Whoever... See that... Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second?
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine.
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this.
We might as well, assuming he is an ally, of course.
And yet even then I had more... But... I want you to put an end to the trouble and... Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have...
What trouble? If you're
Manners, Greybeard.
What did...
My apologies. Follow the crystal. Oh, but that was 3.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little let us divide of.
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil.
You've heard?
I've heard rumors.
Damn, pilfering the crystals. The woman, us common folk, and it isn't as if...
Master Lubor has high expectations of you. Don't disappoint him.
Do you have a
Depends what.
Just a question.
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend it. The men of the...
Is it?
Lively! Dark, fresh from the grill. Get it while it's hot. You wouldn't believe how much he gave. What can I do for you, soldier? Need...
I'm not...
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the rock.
You have...
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deep. No, just leave, will you? Before you...
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
It's you. The one, what do you want? Haven't...
I'm looking for my pal.
The gentleman who was with you? Yes.
Thank you.
Will this suffice as it...
By the sands.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to...
All right. But not...
What are you doing? Care to explain why you're giving
Bait, my boy. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I had no luck, of course. It's but my They took me aside.
So the pup.
A small bet in...
That the supply... Meanwhile, members of Kupka's... I'll wager...
I'll wait.
We'll meet with them and put in it.
It just get... I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support if things turn sour.
Of course.
I need to drink.
Fucking men of the wrong. Anytime they pull their snouts out of Kupka's trough.
This river runs all the way to the southern.
Light it, for Gilbert's sake.
Sweet incense, wax candles, silver platters.
Do you think they'll be back soon? I need an address. Anything like last time would be enough.
It would make us
The finest fabrics, fresh from the capital.
Faster!
I'll take it.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord.
All the silver and stones
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon.
Of course.
Not bad at... But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road... What guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver...
Royalists, eh?
What? Why? To collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they end being such. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere.
Did you get all that? They're in
So it would... My lord, what is the meaning of the...
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them.
Kill them both!
It's not over yet, Uncle.
Good! I'm just getting warmed up.
It's over. Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against... until you two... Well, we'd better get these crystals back. It occurs to me that I still don't...
Clive.
Well, Clive. You held up your end. To tell the truth, you've helped a little bit, and those left behind have been...
Thank you.
Oh.
And my name is...
No.
Of all the...
Here. Any friend of mine...
Thank you.
And tell...
Stelan. Tu Isakelis.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then.
Thank you. Come on.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
Yes, they're quite sort. The
Kneaded
juiciest meat
to a
from
silken softness, like eating a cloud with a crust.
Plates and pots!
Everything I've worked for. All
You're...
the buns. I'm...
All...
One, my...